Hi, I'm Brooke. I've got with me Eric, one of the co-founders of Bloom that specializes in remote work. One of the things that we've talked a little bit about is the importance to stay engaged in work and what students should do as they're following up with potential employers and really how to prepare for that remote work. So what advice do you have related to that?
Yeah, well, at Bloom, we get, to work with employers here in the US, and we get to work with BYU-Pathway students every day, which we love. But one of the things that come to mind to me when I talk to students is a line from the scriptures that says, "Be anxiously engaged in a good cause." And I think that's one of the principles, eternal principles, that I think applies to seeking for a remote job, looking for a remote job. And let me give you an example of what I mean by that. All right. So again, like I talk to Pathway students almost every single day, and I love it. We love working with BYU Pathway and with their students. But here's like an example of what I would say this principle of being anxiously engaged, or we call it in the workplace setting, being proactive.
Yeah.
All right. So oftentimes people will reach out to me and ask me questions about, hey, how can I break into a remote job?
Totally.
Right? How can I, start an online career? And one of the examples that I'll tell people sometimes is like, okay, imagine the scenario where you want to break into an online job and you've, known of a potential employer you want to work with, like Bloom or any other company. One avenue you could take is, hey, reach out to them, contact them. Hey, I'm interested in working for you. Something that would be over the top or like going above and beyond, or again, this proactive principle that I would love to see more Pathway students do is if you find an employer you want to work with, spend time researching that company and spend time thinking about thoughtfully, what are their goals? What are their pains? What are the things they're trying to solve for? And then use your skill sets, use the things you're learning from your Pathway education to put together maybe like a presentation or a slide deck or something that says, hey, here's the research I've done about your business. Here's what I think would move the needle for you guys and why I am the person you should look to help you accomplish that.
Yeah.
Like I just put we employ lots of people today. And I think if someone came to me with that attitude, that above and beyond approach, I would take time to say, wow, look at this student, look at this person. Like they are anxiously engaged.
Yeah.
They are being proactive and showing me why we should consider them. So there's a principle where I think like this applies in whether you're looking for a job, whether you've got a job. Here in the workplace, again, we call it being proactive. Oftentimes you'll hear it called under promising and over delivering.
Yeah.
Just like going the extra mile, whether again, you've got the job or you're looking for one. It's an eternal principle that I think will add a lot of value.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've even talked a little bit about, reaching out to potential employers for an informational interview to learn more.
Yep.
Because there's so much you can learn from, the internet and general research.
Yep.
But being able to talk to an actual employee to understand sort of that inside scoop really gives you an edge.
For sure. I remember when I was in college, you kind of have like a free pass, right? You have this like college card to say like, hey, I want to do an informational interview and learn more about your business, about your journey. But again, imagine if you did that coupled with, and by the way, I put together this whole presentation about what I think, will move the needle for your business. I did my best research on what I think, you guys are working through, the goals that you're going through. And if you take that extra mile, like that extra approach, you're going to see, a higher response rate, people giving you time and opening doors of opportunity for you in a remote setting.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll be back with more tips.